Welcome to MMAYHEM TV. Now, even though things are a little bit quiet at the moment as far as the big shows go, there's still plenty of news and issues to look at from the world of mixed martial arts. First up, punter power. Now, on last week's show, I mentioned the news that Dana White confirmed that women's fighting will definitely be taking place in the UFC. Now, I mentioned personally, I didn't want to see it. I've got nothing against women's MMA. There are some fantastic fighters. I just don't think it's a good match for the UFC brand. Not everyone agreed. Here's one YouTube opinion that certainly caught my eye. The Girl Fight Club says females regularly get fight of the night on male-dominated cards. He's making a false generalisation that females aren't good enough or entertaining enough for the UFC, which is BS and sexist. Yeah, thanks for that, and you're probably right. We also heard from Sean on Facebook. Christian, I was keen to know if the Smashers had been a winner with the viewers, and Sean also asked about Michael Bisping and a possible title shot against Anderson Silva. Yeah, thanks, Sean. Look, there haven't been any numbers released yet as far as the ratings figures, but it has gone down very, very well with the UFC and Dana White, who have confirmed that there will definitely be another season here in Australia. Whether it's called the Smashers or not, I'm not sure, but it's certainly gone down better with a lot of American fight fans as well than their own series featuring coaches Roy Country Nelson against Shane Carwin. This has been a ratings flop in America, and the numbers are getting worse and worse every week. As far as Michael Bisping getting a title shot against Anderson Silva, I wouldn't be holding my breath, mate. Michael Bisping is what we call a gatekeeper in the UFC. He won't be fighting for a title anytime soon. Well, over the weekend, the UFC made history by staging its first ever event in China, one of the true spiritual homes of martial arts. Now, it's given me a good chance to take a look at what's going on with mixed martial arts in this country. And one league that I've come across that I think you're going to hear a lot more about in the future is Ruff, the Rannick Ultimate Fighting Federation. Ruff seems to have the money. They've got multi-million-dollar backers and regular events in front of packed crowds at huge arenas throughout the country. And a couple of the fighters that I've found that I reckon are definitely worth looking out for, Liu Lianjia and Li Pingyuan. These guys are incredibly rounded, they're explosive, they're tricky, not to mention highly entertaining. So let's see the best of China, what they've got to offer, and whether they can produce world-class fighters like Japan and Korea have in the last decade. So Ruff is definitely one organisation we'll be keeping an eye on MMAYHEM TV, and want to get your opinions on mixed martial arts outside of the UFC a little bit later on in MMAYHEM TV.
Move of the week.
How you going? This week, as usual, I'm joined by Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu professor Jason Robig from Axis Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Studios on the Gold Coast. This week, it's a different take on the armbar.
Okay. So we're in this position where I've got a nice tight guard on you, you're about to unload some punches on me. Okay, so as he does it, I'm pulling him by his back, biting on his tailbone here to break his base. That's an important thing so I can actually get control of your head. Once I've got control of your head, then I'm going to scissor my body out to the side and capture this arm. Pushing your head away, I kick this leg out so you can't recover. Foot goes onto his back and tap him out.
Okay, a couple of things before we wrap up. Stephan Bonnar has been suspended for 12 months for failing his drug test after his fight against Anderson Silva recently in Brazil. Now, I don't know if this is going to bother Stephan Bonnar all that much, given that he has just announced his retirement from the sport, but it is a sad way to see someone like Stephan Bonnar leave mixed martial arts. Our question this week on MMAYHEM TV, do you watch any mixed martial arts outside of the UFC? And if so, what organisations and promotions do you watch? And maybe we can look out for them as well. Let us know on Facebook, YouTube and Twitter. That's it for MMAYHEM TV. I'm Christian. Thanks for watching.